Alright guys, time to do the Raiment of 1,000 Storms set dungeon. And I'm not going to lie to you, this one's a challenge. It's probably the second hardest for the monk. I think Juliana's is just a little bit harder, but you will encounter problems with this one. I guarantee you ain't going to one-shot it. You ain't going to one-shot it. But let's start talking about the objectives first so we can see what we're dealing with here. So two primary objectives as usual. Number one, reach the golden chest at the end of the dungeon in under 2 minutes. Now, sounds easy. This is actually quite challenging because if you try and kill everything on your way to the end of this set dungeon, it's going to take you about 4.5 minutes. So we got to get to the end in 2 minutes. So there's a certain point in time we need to just hightail it right to the end, skip enemies, don't kill anything, get that chest, and then go backwards and killing shit trying to complete the set dungeon. So we're going to do mastery. We're completing it with the mastery achievement here. We're not going to do just some bullshit half-fast set dungeon. We're going for mastery here, boys. So that's the primary objective. Now the second one is do not get hit by a single succubus projectile. This is pretty easy. The projectiles are pretty slow, so you can dash through them, you can run around them, avoid them. We're going to be moving fast, so it shouldn't be an issue. Watch me and wait and see. Now, we have made some changes to gear, to skills, definitely, to optimize our movement speed and just our abilities for this set dungeon. If you guys are after the Raiment of 1,000 Storms build, check out the description below. I've got my build video there. This is basically set up just specifically for this set dungeon. Believe me, you're going to need it. So, with gear, we're going to use pretty much all of the usual items that we use for the Raiment's build, but we're using the Nemesis braces because in this set dungeon a lot of pylons pop up. There's a shitload of pylons and it increases our movement speed. You'll see once we get there and we get into action what I'm talking about. But every time you click on a pylon, this actually spawns an enemy champion. Now this is very handy because it's such a race against time that when we actually spawn a champion and his mobs around him, this actually goes towards our kill count. So we don't have to kill every enemy in the set dungeon like we usually do in set dungeons. This actually goes towards our kill count and it's going to help you in the end. Freaking believe me, it's going to help you. It doesn't benefit you just because of the kill count. It also benefits you because we're using Ingeom, which reduces our cooldowns like by 15 seconds for 15 seconds or some shit like that. We're going to get to that in a second. I've got Ingeom in Canai's Cube, but the Nemesis braces you must have. I wouldn't even attempt this set dungeon without the Nemesis braces. This shit's going to absolutely complete the dungeon for you almost. Believe me. Absolute necessity. Make sure you have these. We've taken out Shenlongs here. I'm using Flesh Rake and Crystal Fist. Both of these weapons have legendary stats for Dashing Strike. This one increases damage. This one reduces damage taken. It's not really priority that you have to use these weapons or anything like that. Just get Shenlongs out of there because they just suck away too much of your spirit. Alright, it's not worth using Shenlongs. Get him out of there. I was trying to use Shenlongs for this set dungeon at first, but it just wasn't working. Get something else in there. I'm using Flesh Rake and Crystal Fist. You can use something else. It doesn't matter. If you have Ingeom, definitely put Ingeom in there and something else, and then you can put something else into Canai's Cube. But yeah, definitely get Shenlongs out of there. And that's it. Those 3 gear changes based on the Raiment build that I've done. I've swapped out these 3 for gear. Now we get into skills. Crippling Wave with Mangle we're using. Dashing Strike with Way of the Falling Star to increase movement speed every time we dash. Mystic Ally with Air Ally to give us some spirit regeneration because we're going to be dashing a lot, we're going to be moving a lot. It's a race against time. We need as much spirit as possible. So definitely use Mystic Ally with Air Ally. I found this was a huge help. Same goes with Breath of Heaven with Infused with Light. This increases our spirit regeneration also. You can't have enough spirit for this set dungeon, believe me. We're going to be spamming Dashing Strike like crazy. Epiphany with Desert Shroud as usual. Mantra of Salvation and Agility. Now passives we are using Seize Initiative, Alacrity, Fleet-Footed for movement speed increase. We wouldn't usually use that if we were doing like Greater Rifts or some shit like that, but we're using it for this set dungeon. And Beacon of Yitar. Now, we're going to go over to Canai's Cube. Canai's Cube is ultra important for this. Oops, not freaking Paragon points. Now, weapon, Ingeom. As I was blabbering on about before, it's actually your skill cooldowns are reduced by 10 seconds for 15 seconds. I thought it was 15 and 15. I was wrong. I'm sorry. But that's still huge. We're going to be spamming the shit out of Dashing Strike, and we can also use all of our other abilities to keep Spirit up. Definitely very huge Ingeom. Whether you have it in Canonized Cube or equipped, up to you. Just make sure you have it. Armor, we're using Pride's Fall. Basically what this does is your resource costs are reduced by 30% after not taking damage for 5 seconds. We ain't going to be taking too much damage here because we're just going to be obliterating shit. Like set dungeons, the monsters in set dungeons just die really easy. So most of the time we're not going to be taking damage, and this will come into effect. Jewelry, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, again reducing cooldown reduction. Ultra huge. This is a race against time. We need that cooldown reduction, boys. Once you're all set with your skills, your gear, your Canonized Cube items, and all that shit, open up your maps. We want to be in Act 1. And we want to head over to the old ruins here. Once we're here, just dash forward and pop. Your set dungeon is right there. We are now worthy to enter. Let's go in, boys. We've gone through our objectives. Let's do this shit together now. And once we are in, you'll see a pylon straight away. So just kill the elite champion that comes out in his mobs, and you'll see that we gain a huge movement speed increase. Now we're moving like fucking flashes here. Check this out, we're moving really quick, and each pylon that we find, which is going to be quite often, boys, we're going to get that movement speed increase. We're also going to get all of the benefits of killing that elite champion. So there's another pylon there. And this is really, it's a nice addition. It makes this set dungeon challenging because it's so freaking huge. It gives you these pylons as a means to help you out to get to the end. Not only get to that freaking chest in 2 minutes, which, by the way, just check this out, boys. The start of this set dungeon where we are now, we try and kill as much shit as possible. And there is a certain point where I'll let you guys know you need to hightail it. After we get that pylon, we need to like hightail it straight towards the chest. I'll let you guys know.
It is not ready.
But right now, kill as much shit as possible, dash as much as possible, and use your abilities to regenerate your spirit. And there's a succubus there. Avoid that shit. You can dash through those fireballs, projectiles, whatever you want to call them. But be careful because those fucking succubuses, they pop up right in front of you. Now this pylon here, once we kill that elite champion, we hightail it, boys. Hightail it. Don't focus on killing mobs from here on in. You can give them a couple jabs or whatever, but don't get held up. 2 minutes 50. We need to be at the chest with 2 minutes 30 to go at the latest. This will be the final pylon to give us a bit of an increase. I never used to get that pylon. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. We can do it, we can do it. So there it is, there's your chest.
This fight is over.
We got it.
It is not ready.
If you don't get there with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, you will fail. After we get the chest, we've got a bit of time. Now we can actually go around and clean up. And like I've explained, when you hit those pylons and you kill the elite champion and the mobs in spawns, it goes towards your kill count. Now it's just a freaking race against time. Now I've failed many times by not killing enough monsters, so let's see if we get it this time. I'm pretty confident now. I've got shitloads of time left. The only other issue, I suppose, is this freaking set dungeon is so huge. It's like a big maze. Like a big maze. Have a look at it. So right now I'm just trying to go to all the areas I haven't uncovered yet. There are other pylons hidden away. And you need to plan out your route so you get a pylon and you've got the buff active most of the time. If we're moving around real quick, then that's definitely a plus for us. It's a huge benefit. I haven't hit a pylon for a little while, but I know that there's one coming up right here. There we go. Now we're moving quick, boys. Now we're moving quick. What you can actually do is plan out your route, you know, draw up a map so then you know where you're hitting your pylons. They're very, very handy. And obviously with dashing... Oh! See, succubus. Be careful of those succubuses. And obviously we got dashing strike. We got dashing strike with movement speed increase. Another sucker bow. Come on, come on, come on! What do we got left? 20 monsters to kill. Come on, come on. 11, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3. Come on, come on, come on. 36 seconds. I think we're going to get this, guys. It's just basically a race against time now. Once you get to that chest, like I said, that pylon on that long stretch as you're working your way down to the lower part of the set dungeon, hightail it when you get that pylon, because you don't get another one for a while, and you need to really get your ass moving to that that chest. Come on, I think we got this, guys. I think we can get it. 10 seconds. Oh man, we're gonna run out of time. Fuck. This video, you ain't gonna see this video. We're gonna fail. 5, 4. Oh man. Oh man. Can we get it? Yeah. Oh my god. I could have sworn we ran out of time there. The timer was on 0. You have completed this in 4:29. My time, 4:29. I could have sworn we ran out of time, guys. We just made it. Holy shit. Woo. Things are heating up in here. So as you can see, there's a monster attacking me, and that is because, like I said, with the Nemesis braces and the pylon, it actually the monsters you kill from the pylons, the elite champions, it actually goes towards your kill count. So we don't actually have to clear every monster in this set dungeon, which is a huge plus because holy shit, this set dungeon is huge. As you can see, I've still got blacked out areas there, but nonetheless, that's how you do it. It's your turn now, guys. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what you thought and if I can be of further assistance. Until next time, stay tuned to Panic 13.